Hello, loves, and welcome to my channel again. For those of you who are new, I am a certified medical intuitive, past life regression therapist, and belief restructuring therapist. So, in short, I help people ignite their existence and bloom into their radiance because when you are in flow, you glow. So I thought it would be great to offer you a series that I'm going to call Flow Fridays, where I can give you energetic meanings or origins behind common physical issues. Of course, it's going to be on a general level. And when people book a call with me, we get a lot more in depth into the limiting belief and where this was created and then some ways that we can transform it. But for today, what I'm going to do is offer something to you that's common, a common ailment, and then we're going to dig into, what the origins of it was, and then how we can energetic release it. Then, at the end, I'm going to give you a quick energy pick me up to help you to get back into the flow zone. Sound good? Okay, so today I'm going to start up here on top with headaches or migraines. I know they're not the same. I have suffered from migraines for about the last 30 years. So I totally know that there is a huge difference between a headache and a migraine. But the origins of it are very common, generally speaking, again. So first, it's important to remember that everything that happens in the physical world originates in the energetic world, which is true of any sickness, ailment, disease, as much as it's true for the house that you're living in, the vehicle that you own, or even the clothes that you wear. It all started with an energetic thought form, and it's the same with our bodies. And as a certified medical intuitive, it's my job to sniff out and pick up on energetic drains or stagnations and bring them into the light for my clients. I can tell you that your energy, your internal power plant is the most important thing that you have. That's your most important access. It is the source of your life force and your decision making. So when we talk about headaches and migraines, a common root of it is the feeling of being overwhelmed or pressured up is how I often see it, where the client is under a lot of pressure and feeling really tense about it, right? And we know that when we have a thought, it does roll down into our bodies, whether it's a thought of fear, right, where we can feel the whole body just constrict, or tension, or even pleasure, right? Different feelings activate different sensations in our body. So we're talking about headaches and migraines. We're talking about being pressured up, often from a sense of feeling overwhelmed. And this pressure is kind of blocking that continuous, easy flow of life. So common personalities in the achieveaholic or A-type personality, they're always pushing and putting pressure on themselves to get ahead. See, it's in your head. Often a deep-rooted cellular memory response from childhood. Remember that what happens in childhood does not stay in childhood, sometimes, unfortunately. So this is often rooted in the upbringing ideals where they may have felt that they had to perform to get anything, right? Perform to get recognition or acknowledgement or praise, or even some situations they had to perform just to get their food, depending on how you grew up. So we put all this pressure on ourselves from the way that we were taught to treat ourselves in childhood, right? That reward system that we were taught, we still carry that on with ourselves, even if our parents aren't sitting over us anymore. So we put all this pressure on ourselves and we get in our heads so much, which means that if we're in our heads, we're not trusting the universe to co-create our desires with us by guiding us to what we need to know. So what's happened is it's kind of like we have energetically separated ourselves from our spiritual umbilical cord, and that's like crimping the hose. If you need, a symbol, that's what I see as somebody's hose is crimped, right? That hose of insight and intuition. So we become focused on our circumstances, not what is possible and what's waiting right around the corner for us. So when you're stressed, what's important to realize is that you lose up to 80% of your blood flow in your forebrain, which is your logical thinking, problem-solving brain, which means that you're only operating at 20% capacity. So you're really missing out on some juicy goodness, some great ideas. But here's the good news. today is Flow Friday. And if you struggle from headaches or migraines, I'm going to teach you a simple and quick, easy technique to energetically release some of that pressure. Of course, you can always put the pressure back on yourself. You'll have to do this process again, but it can help to get some of that flow happening if you're ready to release it. So I call it parting the seas. And it's blissful. So I encourage you to do it with me and then save this video for the next time that you have a headache or a migraine so you can try it out when you need it most. Okay, first, what's really important to know is that you are made of electromagnetic energy, and so is your blood. And sometimes with all these electronics around us, we kind of get our wires crossed. So let's use this process to help us open up the channels and get back into our innate flow zone where we belong. So this is how parting the seas goes. If you have any ailments or body issues that you'd like to see me create a video about next time, to help you to get clarity, make sure you put it in a comment below. I'm sure you're already thinking of ideas. All right, are you ready to practice this with me? So this is how it works, and it's a lot easier when you don't have a messy bun in your hair, if your hair is down. So I like to start at my forebrain and hold my hands there for a second. Allow all my fingertips to really connect, including my thumb, which is going to sit here and kind of be a pivot zone. And you're going to picture yourself pulling that scalp open, right? We're just going to open up these zones. And when I do it without my bun in my hair, I really like to use my nails because I'm a bit of a sensationalist. So I like to feel that tingly feeling as it's opening up, because the more sensations that my body senses, the more that it internalizes the healing process and allows it to begin. So you're going to start at the front, and you're going to do this depending on the size of your head and the size of your hands. But it usually takes me about 5 or 6 times to get all the way to the back. It's not a quick process. And the whole time you're picturing the scalp opening up. So I had taken at one point some craniosacral therapy courses. And this was actually part of one of the exercises that we would do for our clients. And that is because this is where our brain, our bones fuse together, right? We come out of our mothers with this soft spot in us, and our brains aren't fully, our bones in our head aren't fully fused. But when they begin to fuse, what can happen is you might have a bit of a lump, kind of like this. So you really want to be able to work with that and help to relieve that pressure on there. And when I was taking the courses of being craniosacral, what I was absolutely amazed with was just the way that moving the energy in just this head zone was able to activate energy flow in other areas, whether it was in the heart zone or in our hips where we store a lot of frustration and anger and resentment, right? And it's just like, doing reflexology on your feet, or people who are skilled at iridology, right? There's different areas of your body that just reflect everything. And that's one of the most amazing things about our body, is that it is self-healing, and it has all these amazing pressure points where we can get the energy flowing again. You don't always have to go to somebody who does a specific modality or to, some form of a practitioner. You can do this yourself. So remember, next time that you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, pressured up, headaches, or migraines, do the parting the seas process. And I will go all the way forwards and backwards, dragging my fingers. And I'll do that 3 times, all the way forwards and backwards, often with my eyes closed, really feeling the sensation of the seas parting. And metaphorically, the seas parting was when miracles began to happen and things began to flow, where we were able to cross from problem onto the other side where it was a miracle, right? So open yourself up to miracles, use this process, get your energy flowing, and get back into the flow zone. All right, guys, that's it for today for Flow Friday. I hope you'd enjoy it. And again, if you'd like to see, if you have any specific ailments or body issues that you'd like to see me make a video about to help you to get clarity on, put it in the comments section below. And if you're ready to transform your life, you can check out my Miracle Maker membership, where you can not only learn about the root of your physical issues, but you can also transform it. That's the cool thing about it. Or not just physical, meaning your body, but physical in financial, physical in relationship. Everything else is physical, but it all starts energetically. So it's really important that we keep our energy in the flow zone and not in stinky swamp mode, right? Okay, so what I've heard from people about the membership is that 1 month in this powerful group is so transformational, but a year is life-changing. So I invite you to put your comments below, practice parting the seas, and check out the membership page at miraclemakermembership.com. And remember, guys, most importantly, you are the most magnificent creator of your life. Mwah.